Okay. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So this shot, it's the course. I wanted to show you the course, guys. So here it is. Do do do. That's the course we're gonna be racing on. So we start about here, and so we go this way. And first lap is a short loop, and then after that we do some longer loops. So that's the thing. So we do one short loop and 3 big loops, and that's gonna be the race for today. Switch to the race stream.
30 seconds. Garmin's, wiggle the fingers. Look at your neighbor, say good luck, because this is a friendly competition. Wow, nothing from the elite men. Nothing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, elite!
All right, it's on. It's on again. I feel like I started this race 3 times now. All right, it's on. I'm going chasing the guys in front. All right, so this race we start on a long flat section. So drafting is important. I'm trying to stay behind, save energy. Waiting to make an attack there to go in front. Thinking I want to be in front for the single track. Yeah, Bill, you saw the first part of the stream. You know what's coming. Oh man. All right, I'm trying to get in front, but guys are fast. That's a mistake. I see if I'm gonna be better on this lap. All right, single track. I practiced it. I know. I'm gonna get better this time. Left, right, left, right. Oh no! Again.
Okay. You all right?
Went over the bar. All right, camera. The rear camera fed off, so I lost the rear camera there. I picked it up. Yeah. So what happened? If you saw it on the previous version of the stream, the guy in front slowed down there. He wasn't on a good line, so I had to grab a lot of brakes, and I went over the bar and broke the rear camera. So we're not gonna have a rear camera. Sorry about that, guys.
Guy down back there.
All right. All right. So let's look at the replay again for the guys watching the. We're gonna watch the replay. I'm gonna delete the other stream. So this is what happened. The guy here. So I was going for the racing line on the right, the green line, and then the guy in front was going too hot, so he's going wide. So he was gonna have to slow down to make the turn. So I saw that coming. Impact was imminent, so I grabbed a lot of brake and a bit too much. Went over the bar, and there we go, a big crash. So well, that happens. It's all my fault. It's all on me. Either I had to be in front or had to be more cautious following a guy and didn't know how they were gonna ride. So all right, that's my bad. So now I'm last, so I'm gonna have a lot of position to catch. All right, so Will Dowling in the chat is asking, do you have any UCI points? No, I don't have any UCI points. No, it's very hard to. It's my first season in pro, so I didn't finish in the top 20 at US Cup. That's what you need to get points here. You need to finish top 20. Hey, Pat. Pat is in the stream from France. Nice. 5:47 a.m. All right, that's early. Yeah, we had some problem with the stream. I don't know why. I was streaming for about 10 minutes. It was recording and everything, but it was not showing up for you guys. So tried to figure it out. We were about to switch over to Twitch, but then we were able to figure out YouTube. There was a bug in YouTube. It's not working with the Apple codec, so I had to switch to another codec. Now it's working. So sometimes Google has some bugs. Thomas says, I saw that. Yeah, so I have now a few new followers on Twitch. That's good. So next time I stream a video game on Twitch, you guys are gonna know. Let's hope it stays stable. The thing with this codec is it's more CPU intensive, so it's gonna choke my system maybe. So yeah, so I'm all alone right now. It's a long climb. First part of the course is a long climb. That's the elevation profile. So we're all climbing, trying to reconnect with the guys in front. No break says, are you busier because of E3? I went to E3 yesterday. I wouldn't say I was busy because of that, because the build of the game is ready and I'm not really working on the show, so I just went there to see the game, see the competitors, and take a few beers with friends in town for E3. Alright, still having new followers on Twitch. Alright, so I see the guys in front. I'm gonna be able to bridge the gap. So new thing for this race, I'm pressing my Orbea OIS. It's a 27.5-inch wheels, dual suspension, carbon frame. Pretty rad bike. So I decided to ride this bike because I wanted to compare with my my Scott Spark 29er. So I thought it was a good race to just compare, because we raced there not too long ago. We raced there in November last year, so I'm gonna be able to compare the lap times. All right, already catching up one guy. See, it doesn't look steep on the camera, but it's very steep here. It's very steep. On a 29er, you have to take a very low cadence and keep your balance. So that's why I was taking my 27.5. I was thinking it's gonna be easier on the climbs. It accelerates faster. It's easier to, yeah, it's lighter too. It's 1 pound lighter than my Scott Spark. So Pat is saying, I missed the start. What is your place now? So I was last. I crashed at the start. So I fell last place. I was 10th. So now that I passed one guy, I'm in 9th place. I think that was Daniel that I just passed. So Pat, do you ride an Orbea too? I think you're the guy who ride an Orbea, right? Yeah, it's a pretty good bike. I like it. Yeah, Bill is saying it's ugly steep, about 20+%. Yeah, and you're gonna see there's a section later. It's 25% grade, so it's very steep there. So Pat rides an Orbea Alma. Nice. Yeah, that's what I used to ride too. I used to have an Orbea Alma. That was my my first hardtail. First 29er too. So yeah, I love the Alma. It was such a good bike. Hey, Alan Simpson in the chat. How's it going, Alan? Yeah. So the thing with the 27.5-inch wheels is that you save a lot of weight, so the dual suspension becomes about the same weight as the 29er hardtail. So for me, it's a tough choice, because I put the 27.5 the same category as the hardtail because it's the same weight. So if I want to save weight, I would take this bike, but at the same time I would like, you know, I'd rather have the suspension than the 29er hardtail. So Old School is asking, is it misty or did it rain? Yeah, it was raining at the start. We had it was not a lot of rain. It was just a little bit of drizzle. I think it's gonna stop pretty soon. I think we just do one lap with a bit of rain. But it was perfect. Conditions were perfect. Weather was perfect. Was not too hot, and a bit of humidity to make the course a bit more grippy. So Alan, watching from the UK. All right. So I have a guy in front. Who's that? I think that's Nick. Nick with the red jersey. Bob says second time in a row I missed the start. Yeah, we started twice tonight.
Ben's going to catch him quickly here. Looks like
Steven in the chat says love the live stream. Thanks, man. Alan is asking what's the average speed on the flats. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. You can look below. Look below. I put I put a link to my Strava for the race, so you're gonna be able to look at my speed in all the sections. There's a lot of analytics there you can dig. Alright, Pat, see you next time. And Nolan is asking what tires are you running? Yeah, so for this race I'm running the Maxxis Icon. It's 2.2. I'm running the Exo Compound tubeless ready. Yeah, pretty good tire. I love them. Those are the tires that came with the bike. Bill saying, where's your speed indicator? I want to see you hit 45. The downhill. Yeah, I think my top speed was 36 miles per hour on this course. Yeah, it's fast. The downhills are fast. It's all fire road downhills like that. Some loose sections. Now I'm catching Nick. Nick was going a bit slower. He was a bit more cautious. He was running a hardtail, so it's probably why he's being a bit more cautious. So Nolan, you say you ride the Maxxis too? Yeah, 2.4. Yeah, that's a wide tire in the front. Nice. No, I like them. It's usually my go-to tire. I was going back and forth between the Racing Ralph, but I like the Maxxis Icon a bit better because it's a bit stronger. But now that I ride the Cosmic, the Kenda Cosmic, it's all very similar. I like the thing I like more about the Cosmic compared to the Icon is the fact that they roll a bit faster. The center of the tire is faster rolling, and I get about the same grip. So Andrea says, yesterday I trained watching your vids on the turbo trainer. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, a lot of guys are telling me they do that. They watch the stream on the trainer. That's good. That's good. Keep it up, guys. We just started the stream, so gonna start to break a sweat pretty soon. All right, let me know if the stream is working well for you guys. Old School is asking, do you think the 27.5 helped you on the climbs? Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, 27.5 is climbing much better than 29er for sure. You save a pound and you can accelerate whenever you make a mistake. Whenever you make a mistake, you can react, you can change direction, you can re-accelerate. See the comparison, the analogy I always make when I compare a 29er. When I ride a 29er, I feel like I'm driving like a big cruise ship. So I set the direction, I set the cap where I want to go, and then I go downstairs in the engine room and I get on a spinner bike and I spin at high cadence to make the ship move, and it takes a while to make it accelerate. And once it's going, it's not stopping. It keeps going in the same direction. So if you want to make a correction, well, you can't because the ship is going that way. You just gotta keep pedaling and try to make it happen. You cannot change direction easily. While the 27.5 feels like you're almost like trail running. You just go wherever you want. You hop from one rock to the other, and it's like you have a tiny bike strapped to your ankle, and it just goes wherever you go. You put your body weight on the left, and the bike goes that way. So it's my exaggeration of the difference between the two-wheel size, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you can put the bike wherever you want on a 27.5, while the 29er you need to predict a bit more. You need to anticipate. All right, so we're down with the first downhill. So when I showed you the map, we were bridging in the middle of the course. So now we're coming back. We're coming back toward the start line. That's a short lap. The first lap is a short lap. All right, and Jose Rangel just subscribed. Thanks, Jose. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button so you're gonna be noticed whenever I stream again. I usually stream every Thursday, 8 PM Pacific time. I'm streaming from Los Angeles. So for those who are not used to the concept, so what I do is I record my race with a GoPro camera. I have a GoPro on my helmet, and usually I have one a rear camera facing back. And I do the edit and final cut, and then I show you the race live like that with commentary. So if you're watching the replay, tune in next time. Tune in live with us so you can chat with us while we watch the race live. Alright, and Old School just subscribe. Thanks, Old School. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so back on the tarmac for the second lap. So this one is going to be a long lap. So here's the big loop that we're about to do. So 6.4 miles. I think it's about 900 feet of climbing per lap, maybe a bit less for the big loop. Nathan Franklin, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Jose is asking, what do you think about the Victoria tires? I never tried them. I should try them. They have them at my local bike shop, so I should give them a try. Felipe is asking, you should have something in your pocket to clean the lens. Yeah, I'm about to wipe it. I think when I hit the single track, I'm gonna wipe it. I forgot about it. Because it's not raining anymore, I think now.
Good job.
Yeah, I was a bit shaken with the crash crashed about here.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. A bit faster this time. Oh man.
That's safe.
A bit sideways there. GoPro tear-offs. Yeah, I need some tear-offs. No, I'm just gonna wipe it with my glove. I think I'm about to wipe it. All right, so I don't know what's my position at this point. I think I'm 8 at that moment. I only passed Nick and Daniel, I think. So Thomas is asking, didn't you race this course before? Yeah, so I raced there I think twice before. So I did one race on my Alma 29er. I did one race on my Spark RC, my Scott Spark, and then it's my third race and I'm using my Orbea OEs. Jose is asking, how do you mount the battery pack on your helmet? Yeah, so I put it at the back of my helmet. It's hard to see because it's an invisible helmet, but yeah, it's right here at the back. I use some tie wraps to put it there. Some tie wraps and a bit of the dual side tape. Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's not gonna go anywhere. And it's good because it balances the helmet. So with the weight of the camera at the front, the battery at the back, the helmet is well balanced, so it's pretty stable. So I strap it very tight, so it doesn't shake. So so yeah, so if you keep your head stable, and the video is gonna look very stable. That's the trick. Alright, so the land is clear. So it's a bit easier to accelerate with the 27.5 wheels, but the thing is you need a bit more torque, and it's been a while since I raced this bike, so my legs have forgotten how much torque you need to really accelerate. So I was feeling it. I'm running 1/11. See, that's my chain ring. I use an E13 chain guide just to make sure I don't drop the chain. And at the rear, it's I think it's a 1142 cassette, the Shimano XTR. Yeah, I was wishing I had one more gear for this course, because the climbs are so steep. So I had the right gear to climb, but on the way down I was running out of gear. So I wanted maybe a 2x11 would have been better for this course. And then I had a problem. See, something snapped on my suspension there. The pivot, something came out. So I was afraid that was the end of my race there. Nick just passed me. So I pushed it back in. I kept going. But that's scary. I can show you the picture of what happened. See, that's the part that was coming out. So it's this little pin there. Turns out this little pin is not it's just there to, I think, to align the pivots together. It's not really adding force or anything to the system. And it's just a little pin, and it's locked the other side with a little screw. And I think the screw snapped off. It must have broken during the crash. So it's coming out, so I have to put it back in, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be critical or not. So at that point I'm a bit worried. I'm like, oh man, what's going to happen in the downhill? Alright.
Nice determination.
Alright, catching some guys. So last time we raced there, I don't know if you remember the video, but we were passing a lot of people on the second lap. It's because they had bigger gaps between the people, between the categories. But now I think this time they sent everyone one after the other, like with short gaps, so we don't lap the beginners right away. Felipe is saying, how about a super cog cassette? Yeah, that could be something with this setup. A bigger chainring and a super cog. That could be something useful. Says the link tensioner. Is that what it's called? Is that a link tensioner? Jose is asking, why do you ride a full suspension over a hardtail? Yeah, it's because if I was riding a hardtail, for sure it would be a 29er. But if you ride a 27.5 dual suspension, you get about the same weight. So for me, I prefer to have the suspension to corner faster, to go downhill a bit faster, and also to be able to keep pedaling when it's bumpy, when it's choppy. So yeah, I don't think there's a use case for me anymore for a hardtail. I mean, the use case is very narrow, and most of the time I would prefer to have the dual suspension. So I would rather go down a wheel size than to go hardtail. Yeah, because this bike, see, I'm riding with alloy wheels, and it's 21 pounds with some AV tires. So if I would go full-on weight weenie on this bike, I could pretty much get it into 19 something, 19.5. So a good hardtail usually is 19 pounds. So it's very similar. You can get a hardtail into the 18 if you're very extreme with it. So the wheel set I'm running, they are the Maxxis Cross Max, Mavic Cross Max with Maxxis tires. Mixing things up. Yeah, Mavic Cross Max. Really good wheels. It's my third bike that I have with Cross Max. Reardon is asking how long you've been racing. I think it's been 9 years now. I think I started 2008 is when I started. Alright, second lap, we do the long lap. There we go. Alright, so let's look at them. Let's look at the flyby, where we are against the other guys. Whoop, not this one. I need to fix that. Alright, here's the flyby. So, what do we have here? So I'm here, the guy in black. So I have a few guys behind me. Our race leaders are here. We have Steve in the front and Chad. They are going super fast. They're already opening a big gap. So Dylan is asking, are you doing any of the second half of the over the hump race? No, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna go to over the hump again. It's not because I don't like it. It's because I need to take a day off to go there, because it's with the traffic. It's so far from LA. It takes so much time. So that's why I don't go to over the hump. I wish I could go more often. Felipe saying, looking in the map, someone got a shortcut. Yeah, no, that was the lap one. Lap one, we did a shorter loop. So that's why. Lap one was a shorter loop, and then after that we do 3 big loop. Hey, Salty Sally's in the chat. How's it going, Salty Sally? Said no, not that line. Which line are you talking about? Alright, as we're catching Nick again. And who's the blue guy? I tried to find his name. Is it Chris in blue, or is it Nick? Is it Chris or maybe Eric? I'm not sure who's the guy in blue, but we all the 3 of us were in the same category. And we're racing it. I think it's Chris in front. All right, some downhill here. So bad news again. I'm again behind Nick. So I know he's a bit slower. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to pass him again. It's gonna be sketchy because it's fast. And oh my God, I'm in the rut. I'm dead. This is it. I'm dead. Oh, I survived. I was sure I was gonna die there. I went on the rut, full speed. So I just let the bike go wherever it wanted to go. I was just a spectator there. So average speed, I don't know average, but current speed is about 36 miles per hour now. I think that's one of the fastest section on the course there. We need to brake hard for this slightly loose corner. I could go faster there, but I know Nick is a bit conservative there, trying to find the right moment to pass where it's safe. I need to get in front if I want to race with the guy in front, so I'm going for it. And just before the big climb. So that's the steeper one, 25%. And then Nick is going. I'm like, oh man, that's not good. I'm gonna have to pass him again.
Oh shit.
All right, here is very steep. Need to keep pedaling. See the wheel is spinning. I'm gonna keep pedaling. It's really hard there on the 29er. I'm really glad I have the 27.5 wheels. All right, back on the fast downhill. So I'm keep looking at my rear suspension because I have some damage. What is it called again, GC? Yeah. Suspension link tensioner thing. Tensioner, yeah. Goddamn tensioner. So I always keep an eye on it. I don't want to lose it. But I think it's broken anyway, so it snapped. So I'm gonna have to get another one. All right, reconnecting with the guys. See, I'm going faster on the downhills, and these guys are attacking the climbs a bit more. So I'm gonna try to find another safe spot to pass there. Jesse from Australia is in the chat. How's it going, Jesse? Jesse is saying they sell it on the right on the product page. Yeah, maybe it's a top seller because it always snaps. All right, trying to make a move and then. Look at that.
Sorry, man.
Oh,
Sorry.
man. Nick slowed down a lot in that fast corner. Caught me off guard there, so I connected with him. So that's not the way I wanted to pass, but he started to slow down, and I was past the point of no return, committing to the corner there. And the guys are slowing down a lot here. For the water. I don't know why people in California are scared of water. It's the second race that happens. But yeah, so I was committing to the line, point of no return, at the limit of the grip, and then Nick went wide, and then yeah, he had to slow down, so had nowhere to go. We had to come together. So I said I was sorry. It was my fault. I was coming a bit too close of him. Should have been in front again. I cannot. No brakes, saying it's because people in California, they melt in the water because they are witches. That's why. That's why. Notice saying we had 7 years of drought, nobody knows what water is. Yeah. I think it's gonna break the bike. And Zoe Punk Rock just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Alright, that tensioner. Looks like some rain starting again. Water again. Oh yeah, attacking. See, guys, slow down again. I don't understand. Oh, and then Nick is pissed off, like he's talking shit
but
about.
caught me by surprise by slamming on the brake on a fast corner, man. There was a guy in front of me.
He says there was a guy in front of him. So yeah, not cool, not cool, not cool. Nick is pissed off, talking shit. Should just leave it go. It happens, the mistakes happen, and I said I was sorry. So yeah, I know a lot of kids are watching my stream, and see, that's something you shouldn't do in a race. When something like that happens, it's not cool. It's you know, it's not nice, but you must let go and just keep racing. There's no time to argue. And thanks, Brendan, for subscribing. Yeah, it's not a hockey game. If we drop the gloves, they're not gonna stop the timer for us. So we have to keep racing. But yeah, Nick was saying there was a guy in front of him. I didn't see that. Thankfully, we have the replay. We can watch what happened. So here's what happened there. Coming in the corner. So here we have the point of no return. Here's the racing line. I'm going on, committing to the racing line, full speed. Not going to be able to slow down there because that's the racing line, and you see the guy in front is at the exit point. So Nick is taking out the wrong line there, going wide. So he's gonna have to slow down to make it happen. So he's gonna have to slam on the brakes there, and there's no way we cannot. There's no way we avoid the contact there at this point. So it's just unfortunate. And Dylan just subscribed. Thanks, Dylan. So yeah, there was no guy in front of him, and there was excuses. He just made a mistake in the corner, and I was too close, and you know, it's 100% my fault. Yeah, it's me who ran into him, and I said I was sorry. Again, I cannot blame him. I should have been in front. GC said, drop those tiny bike gloves. Yeah, Robin is racing. Yeah, that happens. And Purples, Travis, just subscribe. Thanks. Welcome to the channel. Thanks, guys. Like the guys like the action, like that. They subscribe. Alright, we can see where we are now. Whoop, that's not the. That's the. Here's the flyby. And Brian just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. So here I am. The leaders already passed the finish line, already starting to climb there. So impressive gap on the leaders. Clay saying hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. I should not put a script for the like button. It would be too annoying, right? Travis is saying, I have seen your videos while I train in my rollers. Oh yeah, you train on a roller? That's good. You're able to keep your balance. I used to I used to have rollers too before. I like it more than a trainer actually, because you have to keep your balance. It's pretty good. So Jesse's asking, what are the rules on drafting? So there's no rules on drafting. You can draft all you want. It's part of the race. And Zoe Punk Rock saying meow. She says you want to start racing, Ixie. Yeah, you should do it. Alright, 2 laps to go. Alright, starting lap number 3, 2 laps to go. So elevation profile, yeah, let's look at the elevation profile. So it is for 1 lap, and that's the whole race. Julie Tsar just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so Zoe, if you want to start racing mountain bike, yeah, you should do it. It's very easy actually. Like, you just need to show up the morning of the race, fill the form, give the money, and then they give you your race plate, and that's it. You race. It's that easy. And depending on the country, sometimes the race is sanctioned by either the UCI or the National Association. So they're gonna sell you a race day license for $5 usually. So there's nothing special. You know, when I started racing, I didn't know that either. I thought you had to be like in a special private club, or you had to be a descendant of the royal family or something. But no, you just show up and you race. All the race series, they usually have a beginner class that's open to everyone, and the atmosphere is very chill and everyone is nice. So go for it. All right. Single track. See, I put the power down a bit more to be in front. I'm like, I'm not gonna get cut again behind a guy. So Jung is asking, you're back on Orbea. Was that a track decision? Yeah, yes and no. Of course, I mean, I think even yeah, that was mostly a track decision. But I also wanted to compare the 2 bikes. So even if the track wasn't, let's say, the best for the bike, I would still have taken this bike because I wanted to get an idea. Like, I've been racing 29er full suspension for a while, so I wanted to compare with my OEs. What's the difference? And I'm glad I did. I got some precious data in my head and in Strava. Brian is saying, I have a race this Sunday. I've been getting smoked by 60 years old and 12 years old, but still having a blast. Yeah, see, that's see that, but that's inspiring. I mean, if you get smoked by a 60 years old, you mean you can keep progressing, you know, all your life. And you know, you're gonna feel younger at 60 than you do now if you get there. That's awesome. Oh, and Travis invited me to race in July in Bahia. Man, I'd love to travel a bit more. I think next year I might travel a bit more to see, maybe race in Europe. Maybe race down there, that'd be cool. So Lockie's asking, where's this race? Yeah, so if you just joined the stream, you missed the start. So this is so we're racing in Southern California. This is in Orange County, in United States. The park we're racing is called Caspers Wildeness. So here's the flyby. Starting to climb here. A few guys behind. In my head, I'm lastly. With the crash and everything that happened, I'm like, I'm last for sure. But I have a few guys behind. I didn't know that. And you can see the leaders here. Already halfway. Steve and Chad are fighting on course. Seems to be a strong battle there. And if I zoom out, see that's where it is in Orange County. I see Long Beach is here. Los Angeles is here where I live. Whoa. Hey Dylan, do you prefer a long or short stem? Yeah, I prefer the short. The shorter the better. As long as the geometry makes sense, I will go as short as I can. Alright, so Chris is gonna grab a wheel there. I think that's a guy from the expert class, or is there an expert class on this series? Yeah, he's not racing with us, but he's gonna grab his wheel, and that's not good for me. I want to stay with him. Thomas is saying, pass that guy in the blue. Yeah, I need to stay with him. Chris is riding strong. I'm racing with him. And the guy in green in front is not racing with us. He's in another category. But he can have an impact on a race because see Chris is staying with him. And I have trouble to reconnect. Alan is saying, doing a 50-mile mountain bike event in July, raising money for the British Heart Foundation. Nice. Old school says we're neighbors. Okay, nice. So Salty Sally's asking, what position are you in? I'm not sure. I think I have 4 guys behind. So I'm in 6th place at the moment, I think. So that is saying losing stream. Yeah, is it choppy? It was yellow for a moment. Yeah, we had some difficulties with the stream tonight. I don't know why. There was a bug with YouTube. It wasn't streaming the codec I use normally. So I use a different codec, but it's a bit more taxing on my CPU, so it might choke sometime. Let's hope it stays steady. Zoe Pong's asking, what's the best cross-country bike to start? I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? What's the best bike to start? I mean, in terms of brands, I don't think you can go wrong. If you go to a bike shop, all the bikes in the bike shops are gonna be good bikes. So I I don't think you can go wrong. So you should pick one of the brands that they have there, so they're gonna have a good price for you. But in terms of type of bike, like do you go with a hardtail, do you go with a full suspension? I don't know. I mean, of course, a hardtail is gonna be cheaper, so it's a bit easier to get into the sport with a hardtail. So 29er hardtail usually is a good bet, man. You can start with a 29er hardtail. You're gonna learn the technique. It's not too expensive. But yeah, you gotta try it. Sometimes you try your bike and it feels like a glove right away. You fall in love right away. So it's a good thing to try them.
On the left.
Yeah, I started with a rigid bike. It was 26-inch wheels, alloy frame, rigid bike. You have no choice but to learn the technique with that, because there's no suspension to hide your mistakes. I still have it. My it's a Python. Just put a new stem on it this week. So Jesse's asking me, are you into road cycling also? No, I don't do road bike. I don't even have a road bike. So what I do, when I train on the road, but I use a cyclocross bike. So I have a Scott Addict cyclocross. Yeah, that's what I use, because I like to be able to go on the fire roads. Alright, still climbing strong. Feeling good for this race. I wasn't too high on the heart rate. If you look at my heart rate here, so I had about 1 hour at threshold, 7 minutes anaerobic, and 30 minutes of tempo. So pretty decent race. I could have gone harder, but maybe it's the weather. Sometimes when it's colder, the heart rate doesn't peak as high, so it's not that much precise an indicator of how hard you go. But I felt good. So Felipe is asking about the other categories. Yeah, they are racing the same course. They just do less laps. So I think beginners were doing one small loop and one big loop, and sports were doing one small, two long, and then expert and elite were doing one small, three long. Very similar. So, but it was funny because we didn't catch many beginners, so people were going fast. So that's the junction there. The small loop is on the left and the long loop is on the right. Thomas is asking what you eat before the race. I usually eat a light breakfast, like a lot of fruits, some bread, peanut butter, toasts with fruits. That's usually the go-to that I would eat. And the big thing though is I eat precisely 3 hours before my race starts. That's the good timing for me. It's all digested, get a good energy spike, and it's gonna sustain me for the race. All right, Alan. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by. All right, gonna catch some guys there. I think they are from another category.
On the right.
Yeah. All right, so if we look at the flyby, so I'm here. So we see here Chris is opening a little gap there. He's riding with the guy in green, and then see here we have the race leader Steve. Steve is starting to open a gap on Chad, so starting to make a move at the front. Thomas asking, what do you eat to recover after the race? So usually beer and a burger and what's the place we went to? We went to a barbecue place nearby the course. It was really nice. No, but usually I have a smoothie and a protein shake. So I drink the smoothie, I drink the protein shake, and I drink another bottle of water. Just right after the race, just to start the recovery right away, and then after that it's whatever I feel like, whatever I can eat. What do you guys eat after the race? Anything special? Anything? Because sometimes it's hard because you're not hungry so much after the race. You feel wrecked. So anything you can put into your mouth, you try to eat it. If you can eat French fries, and if it's that the only thing you can eat, then you go for that. All right, downhill. Burritos and margarita. Nice. Fast there. It's the third lap, so we're pretty much feeling comfortable now. Can let go of the brakes a bit more. Streaky corner there. So safety is really good at this race. That they have a lot of volunteers. Everywhere it's a fast corner. We could crash. There was somebody there. GC saying, I like how you race seriously, but fun is always #1. Yeah. That's the point.
On the left.
Right.
Thanks.
I'm not paid to race, so I pay to race, so I want to have fun. Yeah, and I race with what I have also. Sometimes I don't obsess with the setup so much. Sure, I want a good setup. I don't want to have excuses so much with the setup, but once I have something, I'm not gonna be able to change anything on the race day. So I just race with what I have, do the best, and enjoy the racing. Right? Oh, just made it. That 25% grade climb here. So steep. Hey, Jonathan, Matteo is here. How's it going? Ryan is asking a question. Do you think Van der Poel could ever beat Schroeder? What do you guys think in the chat? Is it possible? I mean, Schroeder is on fire in the season. Going fast section. All right, Coast Marshal
Please slow.
telling me Medic is on the scene. So that's double wave yellow flag in motorsport. That means it's a seriousness. So walk your bike. I'm seeing the Medic, so I have a visual. So I go very slow there. You don't want to crash into a guy that's injured. Yeah, so the guy that was conscious there, he looked really hurt, but he was conscious, and medic were with him. Yeah, so I went very slow, but after thinking about it right now, I'm thinking, okay, I should have walked completely the whole time. I'm streaming these races. I have to give a good example. I know my skills. I know I'm not gonna trip, but people watching. It's better to walk. You don't take any chances because some guys might try to do what I do and might fall. And if you fall on someone who has like a broken neck or broken, he could be like 1 centimeter away from losing his legs. So you don't mess with that. So you gotta be very slow when you walk around a medic like that. Yeah, I hope he's okay. It was a very fast corner, so the guy who fell down there, it must have been a very brutal impact. JC saying bad Ben. Yeah, I know, right? You gotta give the good example. So Chris is asking, are you going to race the non that race in Aliso in August? I think so. I'm probably gonna make it. For those who are not aware about this race series, yeah, the water. So it's they have 4 races. So the first one was Wedding Ranch. I missed that one. So now we're doing this one, Caspers Wilderness. Next one is Aliso Wood, August 5th, and in September the Santiago Oaks. So those are all amazing parks to race in, all very different. And yeah, it's a really good series. So look them up if you don't know the Non-Dot Adventures. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do them all unless I have some conflicts. I might be able to do them all. All right, still watching that tensioner. That $12 tensioner. God damn it. Yeah, so for those who haven't seen that, in first lap I crashed and I broke the tensioner. So that's the bike I'm riding, and here's the tensioner. Here's the little thing that's coming out. So I'm trying to keep that in there. Thomas is asking, have you ever had animal run out in front of you at a race? Yeah. Stay tuned for lap 4. You're gonna see. Oh man. Everything happened in this race. Everything happened. Stay tuned. We're not done. There's gonna be helicopter rescue. There's gonna be wildlife. Yeah, I had a mechanical, I had a crash. We almost had a hockey fight. We're gonna have wildlife and that race. Oh my god. I thought I was super far back with everything that happened. I was like, man, I'm gonna finish 20th out of 10. No Break is saying that the chipmunks and squirrels at Big Bear are fearless. Yeah. Oh man. GC saying the bears are out in BC. The big brown ones. Oh my god. Have you seen them on the trails? And that must be scary. I don't know how friendly they are. Caspar is saying need to watch this tensioner if you have a new Orbea. After a couple of rides, it will stay in place. Yeah, I mean, usually I don't know if it was over torqued. Maybe I over torqued it. Like, yeah, I don't remember the last time I boat checked this bike, but I had a pretty big crash on lap 1. I can show you the replay again if you're just tuning in. Right, here's what it looked like. No, that's not it. That's the incident. Here's this one. Boom! Went over the bar. Lap 1. So I think that shook the bike a bit. Like, it broke the rear camera. Oh hey, we have Kayon here.
Good job.
Nice. She's been racing a lot. Second time she races there. She raced there in November. Frederick, good morning from Sweden. How's it going, Frederick? Making it into the stream again this week. Yeah, Caspar is saying, luckily Orbea have lifetime frame warranty. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, the frame is looks very good. It's the higher hand carbon that I'm riding. So yeah, that's a pretty expensive bike. That's one of their top end carbon bike. The thing I like is, see, one thing they did is see that little linkage in the suspension in the pivot. It's also made of carbon, so they went all in to make that little part of carbon. Finishing lap number 3 here. I think I'm still in 6th place, but I don't know that. I'm thinking I'm at 20th out of 10.
You better pass on the right. Right, quick. Thanks.
Oh yeah, Caspar, you're riding a Noise too this year? Oh yeah, it's a super fun bike, Liam. One lap to go. So Dylan is asking, is your rear suspension a lockout? Yeah, I have a lockout, so I have 3 positions on the remote. So here's the remote. So yeah, I have three settings: fully locked, trail mode, and fully open. The only thing I don't like is that I cannot go from fully open to trail mode, so it kind of releases everything all at once. No, I cannot go from lock to trail mode. So that's something I miss from my Scott Spark. I'm able to go in all directions. I can go one click in each direction. Yeah, because I always, you know, when I climb, or every time I go, when I go a stand-up pedal, I go fully locked. And as soon as I sit down and it's a bit bumpy, I want to go back to trail mode. But with this bike, I cannot do that, so I have to go full open and then re-click to back to trail mode. So I just lose a few milliseconds there. You are the younger generation of racers there. They're gonna start racing soon. That was not the wildlife I was talking about, by the way. So top speed on the downhill, it was 36 miles per hour on this course. Is that 53 km? Alright, I think that's where we're gonna have some bunnies on the course right there.
Oh,
right there.
Bunnies! Woo!
I think there were like 2 or 3 bunnies on the course, and I don't know what's their escape instinct is like all weird for the bunnies. Instead of running away from the trail, they run on the trail. So I don't know, evolution didn't fix that. I don't know. It's kind of a bug in the bunny instinct. Yeah, so 36 miles per hour is 58 kilometers per hour. Ben wants to write new code for the bunnies' escape subroutines. Yeah, I mean, they need to step up their escape strategy. The NPC AI is a bit lacking. All right, 4th lap, starting to feel it a bit. And see, that's kind of a problem with a 27.5. I keep saying, you guys, it's faster on the climbs and it's more agile, and but the problem is you can also go slower because it's more agile. You can kind of pace down a little bit. You don't have to, you know, keep a steady pace with a high cadence to keep the 29er rolling, right? So you can kind of slow down. So it's kind of a problem because if you can slow down when you're tired, you're gonna slow down. So sometimes it's better to have a bigger chainring, you know, or have something that prevents you from slowing down. So you have to gun it. So that might be slowing me down there. Alright, so what's going on at the front there? Let's see the flyby. We're still beginning of the climb there. So the leaders, see, so I'm right here. Leaders are right here. So it seems like Chad is still hanging on with Steve. There's a gap there. I'm thinking he might have him in visual. He's trying to bridge the gap. So here we have Chris in front of me, the guy in blue, and then behind me we have Nick. I don't know if Nick's still mad. So that's the race that we have right there.
Good job. On the left.
And I don't see Nick. I don't have a visual on him. No, I mean Nick is behind. I mean I'm talking about Chris in front. I don't have a visual on Chris. Alright, it's deep. I feel it. We can hear the chain. The chain grinds a little bit there. I see I made a mistake there. I was using the dry lube. And yeah, I always make that mistake. I didn't know there were gonna be some streams that we're gonna cross. So my chain is running out of lube now. I should have put the wet lube. Caspers asking how many people in the race. So in the elite we are 10 riders in the elite categories. So currently I'm in 6th place. Clay saying that guy went down in your class. So are you talking about the guy that was hurt with the medic, Clay? You know who that was? Were podium top 3 or top 5. Yeah, they only did top 3. Even though we were 10 riders, they only did the top 3. So Clay, do you know what happened? Do you know do you have good news about this guy who went down? Yeah, 6th place at the moment. Trying to reconnect with someone. See the flyby. Kind of in the no man's land here. I don't see Chris. Nick is behind me. I don't know if he sees me. Next guy is a bit farther up, and then leaders are right here. Steve is there, and see Chad is starting to lose the lead. To lead the leader. Steve is opening a big gap. I look at the lap time, and Steve did his fastest lap on the last lap. Like, he really opened the machine. It was insane. Felipe saying would be nice if you could record a World Cup and stream it. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I think they have some TV rights there, but yeah, that could be that could be fun. Steven is saying the rabbits were eating all the snack that fell off when you crashed. Yeah, they're eating my gels. You know, a yard sale there. But I'm glad I found the GoPro. The GoPro was right there in front of me on the ground, so I was able to pick it up. Your bar looks narrow. Yeah, it's pretty narrow. I don't know what's the exact length, but I cut it. Yeah, I remove almost an inch on each side from the original size. Because the one I used before was even more narrow than that. It was very tiny, and so I was starting to get used to a water bar. Is your GoPro trashed? No, it's still good. It's still good. It's not broken. It's the mount that snapped. The little plastic mount. It's not super sturdy. It's more like for safety. Because if you put that on your head and you crash, you don't want to have the thing go into your head. So you want the cheap plastic to just snap off. But maybe I should get something stronger for the rear camera because it's on the bike. Cools 52 MTB is asking where is this? Yeah, so we're in Orange County in Southern California, in the United States. This is Caspers Wildeness Park. GC is telling me to add the grips to the gear list. Yeah, I love those grips. Yeah, those are the Pro Logo Chameleon. Yeah, they're much they're chunkier grips. They feel really good because I used to play racket sports when I was in high school, so I'm used to hold like a bigger grip with grip tape. So I like that feeling. Hey, Arian, say I'm new subscriber. All right, welcome to the channel, Arian. Dylan is going good night. All right, thanks for stopping by, Dylan. And Livy2 says, snap my Cannondale SC carbon in half today. Oh man, that sucks. I hope you're okay. Get that in the front. Steve opening a big gap on Chad. He's trying to bring it home. Bring it home. I'm right here. Not really making progress.
That left, keep it up.
Good.
Chris says, damn, I missed the wreck. Oh man. You can watch the replay. We can see it over and over again if you want to see the crash. Let's see. Alright, here it is. It's coming here hot. Bang! And then I'm going for this line. This guy is going for this line a bit too wide. He's gonna have to compromise and slow down, so I have to brake. Impact is imminent. Grab too much brake and bam! Alright, that's what happened when when you don't ride your 27.5 enough,
Good job, dude.
you stop getting used to how nervous it is. Yeah, because the first time I think one of the first ride I did with my Orbea Oiz, I did the same thing. I went over the bar, over a small little thing. It's very easy to go over the bar with this bike. Hey, Gilberto is here. And Robin from Germany. How's it going, guys? So you're watching the non-dot adventure at Caspers Wilderness. We recorded this race last weekend. It's in Orange County, California. And I have a tensioner problem on the rear suspension. Arian is from India. How's it going? From India. Nice. Yeah, so the thing with a 27.5 is you always have to be on it. Like you can never let your guard down. You always have to be pushing it to keep going fast. And on the downhill, you always need to be on your guard and ready to react. Because when I was going like down the hills like that, when I was following a guy on a 29er, he could stop pedaling and he could just cruise, and it was kind of easy for him. But for me, I had to keep pedaling to keep the wheels turning at the same speed. Because the thing with a 27.5 is it's easier to slow down. So every little bump is going to slow you down a bit more. So it's easier to accelerate, but the terrain is going to slow you down more. So that's why it's really an expert setup. Like you really have to push it all the time. And Ramil is from Irvine. So Chris, do you think I would have been better on the 29er? I don't think so. Maybe I look at the times. So what I noticed is that the 27.5 is faster. I'm able to get fastest lap with my 27.5, but I start to fade at the end of the race a bit more. Because like I said, you have to keep pushing it. You cannot relax on this bike. You always have to be aggressive. So if I was a better rider, if I was more expert, I think that's the setup I would use more often. But I think the 29er might be able to cover some of my weaknesses, to be more consistent, to prevent me from going over the bar and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna be back on my Scott next race this weekend in Big Bear. So you hear the helicopter there? So that's not a good sign. So I'm thinking, okay, that must be for the guy that was hurt. We saw the guy hurt on lap 3. It looked really badly. So now we have an helicopter, so it looks like they're gonna lift him up. So Mignotis was asking, do you know what the winner rode? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to watch the start of the race again to see what he had. Starting to feel the headwind there from the helicopter. All right, so this time I'm gonna walk this. guy is still conscious. Looks like broken collarbone or shoulder, and maybe they might be thinking he has a head injury. That's usually why they lift someone up. They don't want to take any chance. And here, and right about here, the weirdest thing I ever felt in a race. I was completely out of breath. Like I couldn't breathe air from my nose. I didn't know what was happening. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm trying to breathe, and I'm like, shit, what's going on? It's like the more I try to breathe, the more I focus on my breathing. There's no air coming in. I'm like having a panic attack or something. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, because I've been airlifted once in a helicopter, and I don't know if it's emotion, I'm tired, or what's going on, but I'm kind of freaking out, and that's weird. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to put my mind on something else. I'm trying to look forward, focus on the pain in my leg, and keep pedaling, and was able to calm down. And then the air was coming back into my nose. But that was a weird feeling. I never felt that. I don't know why. I was. Yeah. So I guess that happens. Chris is asking how much does it cost to get airlifted. Yeah, that's the thing in LA. It's they don't charge you anything for airlifting. It's a bit. It's great. It's I was surprised, but yeah, it's part of the. It's part of the city. Right? And of course, you make a big fat donation the next year to the search and rescue team. So we're about coming at the end of the race there, almost done. So here's the flyby. Oh, and then we got the emergency vehicles coming into the scene. I'm not gonna slow them down. See, I told you guys everything happened in this race, everything. So on the flyby, what it looks like. So yeah, so we got Chris here. You opened a little gap there. I don't know if he slowed down as much as I did, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch him. And the other guys finished, and the leaders finished. Alright, giving everything I had left, even if I don't have contact. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen in front. Someone might crash, something might happen, a flat, whatever. To be lucky, you have to be there. That's always what I say. So you gotta keep pushing hard and. Saying I hope that dude is okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any news. But good thing the dude was conscious. I think they were just not taking any chances to move him while he had a head injury. If anyone has any news, let us know. Robert in the chat. So almost there, almost finished with this lap. Oh, and Kathy Carranza just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, Kathy. All right, almost done with this lap. So I'm not looking behind. I didn't look behind. I think once on this course. I have Nick not too far behind. Nick still wants to fight. Maybe. See, Nick is there. Are we gonna drop the gloves at the finish line? Stay tuned. Gilberto is asking how many laps. So there were 4 laps. So 4 laps of about 30 minutes, but the first lap is a bit shorter. It's a shorter loop. So my race time was 1:43. And race winner they did in what's the race time? 1:29. Insane. Fastest lap was his final lap. Crazy. Alright, so no sprint. So they told us like once you get to the blue tape, that's your position. Don't try to pass anyone here. So I'm done there. 6th place. I was a bit surprised with 6th place out of 10. I thought I was 20th or something.
No. No. Almost. I was the first to crash. That's first. Oh man, I got caught behind a guy. Oh, no. He slammed on the brake on the the first S.
Oh man, we saw the replay 3 times.
The only.
So that was the race, guys.
Oh man, I went over the bar.
I hope you liked it. So I think I have the podium pictures somewhere. Here it is, podium pictures. So Steve Brafrosky got the win in 1:29. Crazy pace. Chad was able to stay with him for most of the race in 1:31, 1 hour 31, and Ryan Cox is on the podium with him in 1:36. So great pace there. I got 6th in 1:42. I was about 2 minutes behind Chris in front of me, and just a few seconds behind was Nick. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this this week. And you missed the finish. Oh, my screen froze right at the ending. Really? Oh man, you're gonna have to watch the replay. So all right, so this weekend, guys, I'm gonna race in the Canada Cup in Big Bear. So next week, stay tuned. I'm gonna stream that race. There's a big battle for the championship. Derek Herman is still leading. Alfred Pacheco is trying to gain some points. So we're gonna see how it goes next week. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you next week. All right, thanks, guys.